Hello bros, Glaceon strikes again. Someone requested that I play Glaceon and here it is. I hope you enjoy it and learn something. This game is one of the hardest game because there is a Dodrio and Comfy combo in the enemy team. But first, let me tell you my build. My first build is the Stick Spoon, the second is the Wise Glass, the third one is the Energy Amplifier, which is very useful when you are using your Unite move. It acts like a secondary eject button and make you survive in fights. So this game is, you really need a proper positioning in every team fight, especially there is a Dodrio Comfy combo which is really hard to deal with. But the tricks of that is you need to keep your distance as always when playing Icicle Spear Glaceon. So here I rotate at top and help my team usually to kill this Comfy because it's very one of the OP combo. Dodrio Comfy, Gyarados plus Comfy, which is very hard to deal with. And also my team, I think there's no one in my team using Curse Incense, which is very good when dealing Comfy. So you need to have a 6 stack of Icicle Spear in order to deal more damage, and always stay at the back line as always bros. You don't need to hit your opponent. When you have the proper stack of Icicle Spear, that's the time you use the Icicle Spear and go back. So here I noticed Dodrio is in that bush, so I know that he's in the bush, so I will not deal with him, but I will deal with him later once I reach my level 7 and rotate at the middle part of 8 minutes mark. Remember, as a jungler you need to rotate at 8-minute mark. So here I'm rotating here, and this is the Dodrio and Gyarados combo, so always keep your distance at them and you will see how they prioritize me in the team fight. But I always deal with them just keeping my distance at them as always. So here is one of the craziest combo, which is Gyarados and Comfy combo. So I'm dealing with it just staying at the backline and hitting them. So as you've seen, I'm just staying at the backline. I'm always creating a distance to them. And here's Dodrio targeting me, right? So I just keep my distance, use my Unite move, and Icicle Spear distance again. So I'm hitting the Dodrio there, even I'm hitting the slow bro there. So also make sure that you hit multiple opponents if you are using your Icicle Spear. By the way, it's 8 stack, not 6 stacks of Icicle Spear. You need to deal damage also when you are hitting the Icicle Spear. So as you've seen that I'm always creating the distance and dodge the Dodrio drill. I'm just always keeping my distance. I don't want to go melee mode, just distance yourself, and if the enemy will come to you, use your Unite move as your eject button or use your X speed in order to escape the enemy. So always note bros that Glaceon, if there is an assassin in the enemy team, you really need to keep your distance as always no matter what happened. So here as you've seen, I'm just waiting at the back line and just using my Unite move and Icicle Spear combo. And also you can add more Icicle Spear when you are using Ice Shard. If your Icicle Spear, you hit the enemy using the Icicle Spear at 8 stack, you can use Ice Shard again to add more Icicle Spear to the enemy. So it will add more damage and it is pretty good when locking up your opponents. So always remember bros, when you are using Icicle Spear, you need to move around, jiggle and just keep your distance and you will be fine. So here I'm just using my Ice Shard Icicle Spear combo. So also you can use your Ice Shard by hitting the wild Pokemons in order to gain stack of Icicle Spear. But I'm keeping my distance always, and this low bro is pushing hard, but I know why he's pushing hard, because he thinks he has comfy and he will be invisible. But thankfully we have a Bazwool also, who will one of the anti at using comfy, because Bazwool is really good at locking your opponent. And here we're going to push because we have the upper side here, so I'm using just my Unite move and staying at my Unite move Ice. So here I'm just staying at the back line. As you've seen, I did a push forward. I'm using the back line, and my team is died, so I use it to just get back, and using my XP to just get back, just like that. Also keep note of Glaceon passive ability, where he cannot be hindrance hindrance negated by a snow cloak, so you can also use that to bait the Dodrio drill. When he's using your drill, try to also bait him that you don't have passive, because once he will go near you and you use the icicle spear to Dodrio, it can one-shot possibility but not 100%. You can one-shot Dodrio using the icicle spear. So here I don't think I can survive that, because Dodrio now is locking me up and the comfy is in his hands now, which is very hard to deal with comfy Dodrio. But I'm just always keeping my distance. Not all the time you will survive the team fights, but it will maximize your survival rate and play style in the entire game. So I will go bottom here, but I think my Aegislash should go bottom here, but it is what it is. So we're defending here and I'm using my Unite move, and as always I'm keeping my distance. So here I'm just keeping my distance and using my icicle spear, and keeping your distance is really one of the tactics when using your Glaceon. Always keep your distance. So here the Gyarados died because he's too deep. I don't know why he's in there. And also take note that if the enemy has a comfy, it is one of the notes that when they have comfy, they usually become very aggressive, as you've noticed that, bros, because I think they will be invisible when they have comfy, but it is one of your also upper hand when playing Pokemon Unite. Their ego is very big when they have comfy, so you need to take advantage of that also. They will go inside as always of that. So here I'm just keeping my distance and using my icicle spear in the distance. As you've noticed, they were aiming at me, right? I just used my X speed to run, and Dodrio uses his Unite move, but I get caught. So it is okay that I died in that particular time, because the Dodrio uses Unite move, so they don't have Unite move in the end game. So here I've noticed that they were flipping the Rayquaza, but I know they were flipping, but as you've seen, I did not go at the center because I can't do anything with that specific condition. So I'm just focusing my damage to Dodrio in order for us, if they cut the Rayquaza, we can defend it. But by killing Dodrio, it's also great experience, because Dodrio is 2. I mean 1 plus 1 equals 2, right? I mean, he has comfy and Dodrio, so it's 3, and we can defend the score goal. And luckily the Aegislash gets the Rayquaza, which is a winning game composition for us. So trusting your teammates is also part of this game. And if I go at the center lane at that time, I can't do anything because my last hitting abilities is very bad. But Aegislash Unite move is also one of the greatest last hitting abilities when you are securing the Rayquaza. So always take note, when you are using Glaceon, you need to have a 8 full stack of Icicle Spear and use the Ice Shard frequently. While using the Icicle Spear, you can use the Ice Shard to add more damage to your Icicle Spear or more stack, and use your Unite move as one of your eject button. And if the enemy will come close to you, that's the time you use X speed to run at your opponent. just like in this game where I'm always running against Dodrio and Gyarados, which is, we know that this will be a very hard game when your enemy is target locking you, but we could handle that by just using the method when you're using the attacker T distance. Distance is the best. Use your distance as always when you are hitting and using the icicle spear. Once you throw the icicle spear, it's time for you to get back because it's 100% accuracy that will hit your opponent. So thank you, bros. I hope you like and subscribe for more of this content. I hope we can reach 20 likes again. Thank you, bros, and stay hydrated as always.